Video may get a little deep, but honestly, it's good to give insights on each other, perspectives, all that stuff. I like making videos like this because it can create conversation and it can potentially help someone that may be going through something if they're just trying to get things off their chest. Anyways, let's just get right into it. We asked men to read secrets from other men.
I have never dated anyone, but it makes me feel very unmasculine and almost weak. I've never dated anyone. In my 28 years of life, I've been single, not for lack of trying. I think there is definitely something to say when our society talks about losing your virginity when you're younger. One of the things that I found helpful for me was that if eventually I'm going to have sex, I'd rather have sex with someone who's worth it. There'll be moments where I kind of wish that wasn't the case, but it then just comes back again to what matters most. Having had sex or having been able to do so with someone I care about.
To this right now, bro. Falling in love is a beautiful thing. When that ends, bro, you do everything but die. It takes a minute to recover, especially when that person meant so much to you. There is a huge pressure for dudes to do certain things with females, all that, whatever. For me, I live by the thing, something only has value unless you give it that value, right? Something like participating in that with another person, that value isn't really high for me. Cool, you can do that for me. I can do that shit like in 30 seconds, like 10 seconds, bro. So like, what else you got for me? Don't feel pressure to do nothing, bro. Don't listen to all these people telling you need to do this and this by this time frame, and if you don't, you're a failure, or you're not, or you're less than a woman or a man, whatever. Don't listen to all that. It's your life. Go at your own pace.
20-year-old gay man, but I've always had a hard time actually calling myself a man. This really hits close to home because I also identify as a gay man. I went to like Catholic school and I got teased because I'm not like a stereotypical man. Like I'm not good at sports. I'm like all those things that are stereotypical of like what a boy should be. Be who you are and know that that's beautiful.
If it really came down to it and someone is calling you certain names, maybe you are gay or whatever, if y'all can fight and you beat that dude's ass, you are 10 times more of a man than he'll ever be. That's the way I think about it. When someone tries to tell you, oh, you're not a man, you're not this, you're less than that, you're not that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, if we fought though and I won, that's like the manliest thing you can do, right? Like, come on, that's the manliest thing you can do. So you can't lose that fight. That's in my head. That's just me. You could make fun of someone for doing this and doing that, but if they put hands on you and you go to sleep, what does that say about you, brother?
As an emotional man, I always feel like I have to act fearless and strong. But in reality, I'm extremely sensitive. I'm too scared to be who I am. I think everyone feels that way, in a sense. I was 19 years old. I was with a bunch of friends. There was an altercation that ended up happening where there was a group of guys and then our group of guys, we got into it, and what was I gonna do? Run, right? That's what I felt like doing. But the mask, right, I had to put on was one of fearlessness, strength.
All right. I'm gonna be honest, we're all emotional. We're all humans. We all have emotions, guys. Why is it so hard to express that? Yes, you feel sad, you feel mad, you want to cry, you feel happy, whatever it is. We're all humans, correct? It's always been a thing, and it's something in my life that if I were to cry and I were to, you know, complain or be a P word about something, then I'm less of a man, blah, blah, blah. Cool, whatever. I don't care. At one point, I did care, of course. What helps me with that, realizing that other people have emotions and other people feel the same way that you could feel or feel very similarly. I can look at someone like my own dad, right? And he just looks fearless. Things don't look like it phases him. He looks like he just got answers to things. As I get older and I see certain things and I see the way people move or even he moves, I can tell that there is fear and there is anxiety and there are things like this that creep into his head and all that. He's human. It's not in a bad way. I'm not looking down at him, and it's not like I look less at him, no, but it's like everyone does feel this. Some people more than others, of course. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel any of that, dudes. Women, dudes, anyone watching this. Plenty of badass men that have come forward and say, hey, I felt like this and this. Mike Tyson, one of the scariest men on the planet in his prime, and honestly, probably even now for his age, but can literally tell you he would be scared out of his mind before entering the ring, because you could get seriously hurt in there. It's okay. That is okay to think that. The manly thing to do, right, is adversity comes, you face it head on, no matter what. You slay that dragon, you slay those demons. And so when negative emotions come, you run away from it? How does that sound manly to you, running away from a problem? That's not manly in my head, bro. And to a lot of the men out in my life too, that's not manly, gang. Simple as. So don't run away from things. It's alright, bro. You be alright. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys got a little bit of insight and, you know, you feel comfortable, you feel seen a little bit, because, you know, not every video is supposed to be super funny and all that stuff. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm trying to be real as well. And this is real stuff. This is real life. Anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. In the comments, if you got anything to say, I will respond. And yeah, love y'all. Talk to y'all in a bit. Peace.